Throughout my body language analysis career, I usually focus on real life events, real videos and images, because that's what matters, the real crimes and events and stuff. But sometimes I like to talk about fiction, and in this case we could talk about TV shows. And some of you have asked me what I think about Lie to Me, for example, or what is my favorite body language reading character from fiction, from entertainment. And I realized that I wrote a blog post in Spanish more than 12 years ago. Then I wrote the same post in English like 5 years ago, but I had never made a video about that. And this is my YouTube career. I was a bit busy on the body language guy, but since we are here in the Scene Surgeon, in which I talk about entertainment, then I realized, okay, why not talk about my favorite body language characters or body language analysis character of all time. And it boils down to these 3 shows. Of course, there are tons of other shows in which there are behavior analysis of all kinds, but these are the ones that I'm familiar with. Maybe you can recommend me some other shows in the comments, or which are your favorite scenes, which are your favorite episodes. But I'm going to talk about this 3, and of course, it's no way we can have a discussion about body language in TV shows without starting out with Lie to Me. Essentially, the OG TV show based on body language ran from 2009 to 2011, was 3 seasons. I have a special fondness for Lie to Me just because it basically helped me propel my body language career. I was starting as all my online body language stuff in 2010. So it was already like catching this wave. What Lie to Me did to my body language career is something that is undeniable. Having said that, I actually didn't like Lie to Me that much. I have to be honest about this. The series in itself, I didn't find it engaging enough. I watched it exactly once, and that is when I like something, I watch it many times. But at the same time, it's interesting to know that Lie to Me was inspired, and also, let's say, one of the main consultant of Lie to Me's scripts and the whole narrative was Dr. Paul Ekman, which is, one of the legends. I basically owe, it's like 40% of what I do in body language, I owe to this man, especially when it comes to the face, is 100%. He is the OG, greatest scientist of facial expressions ever. Dr. Paul Ekman, we are really grateful. And yeah, this is based on the character, Cal Lightman, played by Tim Roth, is based on Paul Ekman. Even if, and this is one of my complaints about Lie to Me, even if Cal Lightman, I found him to be too volatile for somebody who, observes people. He is too intrusive. Like, he is a bit annoying as a character. He's quirky, yes. He is very observant, but I loved Tim Roth in terms of his acting. I love him as an actor, but I don't know. It never really clicked with me. What do I say about Lie to Me? It's a great show. Maybe it was not my cup of tea, but it was a bit too technical in the body language reading. Body language is a bit more spontaneous, which brings us to our second example, Dr. House. Dr. House, I could be biased when I talk about Dr. House, because Dr. House is literally one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It's right there with Breaking Bad and Attack on Titan. I could rewatch the first 3 seasons of Dr. House so many times that I cannot count. Okay, this is important, and I have to stress that I really don't remember how many seasons was in Dr. House. I think it was 7 or 8 seasons. Because it literally peaked on season 2. In fact, if you want to know what is my favorite episode of Dr. House, is episode 17 of season 2, All In. TV show perfection, okay, in terms of everything. Now, what does it have to do with body language? Well, it is was not a body language heavy as lied to me. Obviously, it was on body language was actually just barely mentioned, passingly in every 1 or 2 episodes. Sometimes you had a streak of 3 or 4 episodes in which he said, "Okay, there's such and such." He judged people by the things that they said. There was a lot of behavioral reading, but it was not the main topic of the show. What I did like a lot of this show is that it portrayed very well the way that the way that you think and solve puzzles. I mean, Dr. Gregory House, played by the always amazing Hugh Laurie, he is a genius, but he always needs to have this back and forth of ideas with the other doctors. Every single other doctor, brilliant in their own way, but none of them could do what Dr. House did. But at the same time, Dr. House couldn't have done what he did without the way that they helped him, that back and forth ideas. That was simply perfection. The way that they had those dynamics, again, up to the 3rd season. If Dr. House had ended the 3rd season, I would have 0 complaints. So I could say that, yeah, Dr. House also had a lot of influence in the way that I took a lot of stuff and observe things. And also it has one of the best quotes on any show, especially. This is my favorite quote of Dr. House, and I'm going to play it.
I need that phone call. I'm a doctor, and when someone tries to call you 3 times, it's code for pick up the damn phone before someone dies.
I'm sure there's other smart doctors.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised. Yeah, that you'd be surprised is perfection. That happens to every single one of us, right? People say, "Oh, you are not that good. There must be other people that are as good as you and can solve this." No, I am the one who do this job. I'm sure that has happened to you sometime. You can relate to this. It took me a while to find this because it is from, I don't know, I don't remember which season, what season 5 or 6. But again, I have to say, great character, great development, limited run of quality, but there it is. Now, which brings us to our final, I wouldn't say contender. I think that they are, all of them are good in their own way. But even if I didn't like The Mentalist as a show as much as I liked Dr. House, I think The Mentalist, I think Patrick Jane, played by, well, the always charming Simon Baker, I think this is the best approach to body language reading of the 3 and of most behavioral readings of any series. I mean, the guy is not actually behavioral. The guy's a mentalist. He knows how to read people and how to do this mentalism tricks that leads him to be able to read people, and not only read people, but read circumstances. And that's what makes it so realistic and compelling. Patrick Jane not only reads body language, but he reads every other clue. That's in clothes, what people say, the voice tone, the evidence, everything. It's like it's very close to being a Sherlock Holmes without being Sherlock Holmes. And the problem with Sherlock Holmes is, that though that character can be a bit overkill in terms of reading evidence. It can be silly at times. So give me a break. This is way too much. But I think that Patrick Jane had the exact, the exact level of being practical, not being as technical as Cal Lightman could be a bit, dry and technical in the sense. It was a bit more, let's say, profound and more focused on behavior than Dr. House. So I think that, in my opinion, my humble opinion, in terms of who is my favorite body language reader from TV shows, is Patrick Jane from The Mentalist. Even so, Again, I have a soft spot for these three shows. Each one at its own merit. You already know. Lie to Me basically, literally helped me launch my body language career in Spanish and my body language career at large and online. Dr. House, amazing show. I really, if you haven't watched Dr. House, 3 first seasons, call it a day. That's all that you need. Okay, that's no more than first 3 seasons. And well, The Mentalist, solid show, very, very balanced, and in my opinion, the most realistic approach to body language reading. But let me know what you think about this in the comments. What is your favorite TV show in which body language is involved, or maybe your scene? Maybe there's one scene that you thought that was absolutely amazing, or there was this is a specific episode of a certain show that would help a lot, because nowadays I don't have a lot of time to really watch TV shows. But if you tell me, okay, Jesus, you have to, as I've told you, episode 17 of season 2 of Dr. House, my favorite one ever of the series, maybe you can recommend me one episode of one show, and I can take a look. Why not? And have some feedback here on the Scene Surgeon, my entertainment commentary channel. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Scene Surgeon. Much love and bliss.